Biafra is not for anybody. Biafra is not about anybody. It's not about me. It's not about our Prime Minister Simon Eba. It's not about Biafra is a nation with my ride of thousands of indigenous Biafrans with different talents fighting for this last minute battle. Nobody, do not be moved by anybody that try to edge you out. Do not shake. Say it as it is, because the United States of Biafra is going to be one of the best countries in the whole world, where the freedom of the media will be guaranteed. The freedom of every individual will be guaranteed. The freedom of the citizens of the United States of Biafra will be guaranteed, regardless of your color, your creed, your tribe, your gender, as long as you follow the rules and the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. You must be protected in our country.
All right, today is the 26th day of May 2025, and I would like to remind you that on the 28th day of May 2025, that is in the next 2 days, that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear in court. Oh yes, as always, I will be here live and direct to bring you all the update of everything that will happen that day and everything that will happen afterward. So all you need to do is just to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button, yes, so that anytime I upload a video, even if you're not online, you'll get the notification and then you check the information out. All right. Now, in this video, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Orabueze, the Biafran Chief of Defense Staff, took time a couple of days ago on the 24th day of May, took time to explain some of the things that we don't even know. Yes, first of all, she talked about the Biafran Day that is coming on the 30th day of May, just in 6 days' time. Oh yes, and she also talked about the case of Simon Ekpa. Likely, the case of Simon Ekpa is going to be in court. I mean, the court hearing will start on the same 30th of May. So, Simon Ekpa is going to be a living legend. As we are celebrating Biafran Day, Simon Ekpa will be in court the same day in Finland, of course. So, she also talked about the case of Simon Ekpa, and also she talked about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some other things we don't know that is even happening. Yes, she explained it in this video. So please, I beg you, if you're a Biafran, if you're a true lover of freedom, please take a little time, watch this news, and then hear what she said, and especially what is going to happen on the 30th of May. That is Biafran Day. Please, I beg you, do not forget 30th of May is Biafran Day. It should be kept holy because these people has dealt with us. So please, all you need to do is just to subscribe to this channel, because I will be here always to give you updates of everything that is happening. Right? So please just take a little time and watch this video.
Welcome, dear friends, to this fundraising today. As our Secretary of Finance have said, we have a major event coming up next week. A lot of Biafrans are getting ready, and we will keep this fundraising as brief as possible, timely as possible, to ensure that we do the last minute preparations to be in Washington, D.C. next week, Friday. Dear friends, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate all the cabinet members present at this fundraising today. Thank you all so much for what you all do behind the scenes to ensure that we are all going home. Some people have already started going home to our nation Biafra, and I'm getting a lot of beautiful vibes, beautiful reports from those in homeland. I am very, very happy for what we have achieved within this short period. That is the ultimate aim of the restoration of the United States of Biafra, to allow Biafrans, thousands of Biafrans scattered all over the world, to go home safely and be secured by the United States of Biafra Army and the Biafra Liberation Forces, the Biafra Defense Forces, to ensure that all Biafrans are safely in their homes, doing their normal businesses, rising to the highest potential that God has given them. So Biafrans, I have to let you know, we have a lot of Biafrans that have already started going home. I've received so many calls, and people are very, very happy with what is going on. That is the whole essence of the restoration of the United States of Biafra, so we can all go home. We cannot continue to function abroad, being the best of whatever we do. Meanwhile, our people lack, our people die, our people perish of those basic services we provide abroad. That cannot happen anymore. We must go home and develop our nation, the United States of Biafra. So I thank you are so much, and I appreciate those in homeland that have already traveled in homeland and are doing one thing or the other. Just keep that going. You have the necessary numbers to call in case of anything. Thank you so much. I want to use this opportunity to remember our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who is in the dungeon of the Finnish government of Alexander Stubb. Our Prime Minister, who is in the dungeon of Alex Stubb. Alex Stubb has agreed to play the terrorist game with the Nigerian state, and he will receive the terrorist punishment. Anyone, any international leader that has agreed to liaise to collaborate with the terrorist Nigerian state will receive the same punishment that terrorists receive. We thank you so much, His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku, for your work. The whole Biafrans appreciate what you do. The world appreciates what you do to make the world a better place. The only crime you committed is to make the world a better place, to remove Biafrans from a country that reintegrates and rehabilitates non-terrorists into the military and police. Give them AK-47. Send them to Biafra land to kill people. Send them to Middle Belt to kill indigenous Nigerians. Send them to Northeast, Northwest to kill indigenous Nigerians. That is the only thing you stood up for and said, no, not anymore. Nigerian state cannot continue to kill indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans in exchange for the reintegrated terrorists, Boko Haram, etc. They invited that they established in the Nigerian state to help them win elections. As of yesterday, we saw the new deal that they struck by the Finland government with the Nigerian state to establish some thousands of megawatts in the Victoria Island of Lagos. And I wanted to let Alexander Stubb know this moment that the indigenous Nigerians will never allow that business to thrive, not even one day. In Nigeria, that will never happen. They will not. I promise you, that will never happen. The western part of Nigeria, Lagos, Victoria Island, where you have struck the deal with Alexander Stubb, Bianca Ono, the Foreign Affairs Minister for Finland, and Tinubu and Christopher Musa to exchange our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, whom Tinubu and your Foreign Affairs Minister have said that Simon Ekpa is tampering the bilateral relationship between Finland and Nigeria. Now we know, we see where that is going. We already see what you are doing. But it's a promise. You cannot build a successful business on the blood of indigenous Nigerians or indigenous Biafrans. That will never happen. You can never build any successful business by locking up indigenous Biafrans. You will never succeed. It's a promise. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Birisolo, do not be moved. Biafra is over. We've already restored the United States of Biafra. We are working day and night defending the United States of Biafra from the grassroots in homeland, from the 40 states of the United States of Biafra to the 15 counties, to the districts and to the wards, to the state commanders, the county commanders, the ward commanders and the district commanders, the military cut across from the state to the wards. We will defend our people from the reintegrated terrorists sent there by the Nigerian state. Do not be moved. We want to also use this opportunity to remember our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, the Lion of Judah. We appreciate you. Do not be moved, for that which you seek is already established. Do not be moved. This game, Nigeria will never win this game. Finland will never win this game. It is a promise. Madike, hold on tight. Do not be moved. Do not worry. No matter what they do, no matter what Finland do, at the right time, we will take the necessary action that will make them leave you immediately. Immediately. We will do that. Thank you for what you do and your sacrifices. I want to use this opportunity to thank all the cabinet members, the 40 state governors of the United States of Biafra, their executives, the commissioners, all the secretaries of the United States of Biafra government, the liaison heads. I want to thank you so much for what you do. All the media, all of the United States of Biafra government, both new, both old, both those that will join tomorrow, next month, next year, you are fully one. You have the right to do what you know what to do best. Biafra is not for anybody. Biafra is not about anybody. It's not about me. It's not about our Prime Minister Simon Emma. It's not about Biafra is a nation with my ride of thousands of indigenous Biafrans with different talents fighting for this last minute battle. Nobody, do not be moved by anybody that try to edge you out. Do not shake. Say it as it is, because the United States of Biafra is going to be one of the best countries in the whole world, where the freedom of the media will be guaranteed. The freedom of every individual will be guaranteed. The freedom of the citizens of the United States of Biafra will be guaranteed, regardless of your color, your creed, your tribe, your gender, as long as you follow the rules and the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. You must be protected in our country. I thank you all. I want to use this opportunity to remember the Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, that are working day and night to ensure that our land, our people are protected, despite the reintegrated terrorists sent into our environment by President Tinubu and Christopher Musa to kill our people, to maim our people, destroy our farmlands, rape our men, our women, rape our girl children, rape our girls in our farms, burn down our homes, burn down our businesses, our economic power. They will leave our land. The Nigerian state has been notified of the independence of the United States of Biafra. Our Foreign Affairs Department has officially sent them our declaration that occurred in Finland on November the 29th, 2024. We are over 500 Biafrans from all over the world converged in Latin Finland to declare the independent state of the United States of Biafra. Our constitution, our currency, our declaration, the signatures, our Foreign Affairs Department have submitted that peaceful document to our sister nation, Nigeria. It is on the table of President Tinubu and Christopher Musa and many other agencies representing Nigeria in Biafra land. We have peacefully submitted those documents. We have told them to leave the United States of Biafra territory. As we speak, any element of Nigeria in Biafra land is occupying a foreign nation. It is criminal. It is criminal for you, the Nigerian state, to occupy any environment in the Biafra territory. We have peacefully informed you to leave. We will make you leave. That is a promise. So I thank our Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, the commandos in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. Thank you all so much for what you do daily to ensure that these criminals occupying the Biafra territory, they leave. They must leave. We will make them leave, whether they like it or not, because they have no right, no legal right to be in Biafra territory at this moment. I wanted to thank Biafrans as we officially today posted the pledge of the United States of Biafra. I thank all the cabinet members, all Biafrans that sent in their suggestions, all Biafrans that made their recommendations. We have been on this for some time. And we thank God we have a pledge for the United States of Biafra. Please learn those pledges by heart. It is our pledge, officially adopted. I know the cabinet have also agreed that that during meetings and during these meetings or government functions and all that, we may be playing just the one verse of our national anthem, one verse of our heroines anthem, and the national pledge. This is in line with how other countries do that. So that will make it faster for our people to learn by heart at least a verse of our national anthem, a verse of our heroines anthem, and our national pledge. At other moments as necessary, at other events as necessary, we may be able to play the full national anthem and the full heroes and heroines anthem. But on short meetings, short events for the government, for Biafran people, we may be able to go just by that one verse of our national anthem, one verse of our heroes anthem, and the national pledge. That will be enough for us to continue any event we are doing. Because Biafra is a Christian nation, as you all may have noticed, we wanted, whenever we are having events under the government, to use a short version of introductory prayer and then our Lord's Prayer. And you all notice we did that today. Most Biafrans, almost all Biafrans are Christians. And we want to inculcate and remember that Lord's Prayer. We will be saying it at most of our events. There are other religions in Biafra land, like Judaism and the traditionalists. But we have Christians in Biafra land at almost 90%. That is why we will continue to do those introductory short prayer with the Lord's Prayer. I want to let Biafrans know that the essence of the please, whoever is making the noise, can you please mute your phone information? Please mute the person. We want to let Biafrans know that the essence of the restoration of the United States of Biafra is to ensure that all the defense forces of the United States of Biafra come out from their hiding places and be in their homes in Biafra land, on the streets of Biafra land, in their homes in Biafra land. Nobody is meant to live in the bush. Nobody. We have feared the terrorist state of Nigeria over the years. Our Biafra Defense Force Liberation Army have suffered in an enormous way by hiding themselves. Even we, civilian Biafrans, we hide ourselves in the bushes because of the terrorists sent by Nigerian state to attack our homes, attack our people. We run into the bushes to hide, just to live. Not anymore. We can never live or continue to live in the bushes. Biafrans will live on the streets of Biafra land, and we will confront the enemies, the terrorists sent by the Nigerian state. We will confront them on the streets of Biafra. They must leave the streets of Biafra. So that is the plan, to bring every single Biafran defense person, military forces, liberation army, they must be on the streets of Biafra. We are already gradually doing that. And I thank those thousands of Biafran defenses that are already in the community with their people. That is the game plan. You must be on the streets of Biafra. That is the plan, to remove the terrorists in our land. I want to talk about our Washington, D.C. event, our Memorial Day event, which is coming up next week, Friday, May the 30th, in Washington, D.C. and in Homeland. May 30th is a Memorial Day public holiday in the whole 40 states of Biafra. Within that day, there will be a couple of activities, both in Homeland and in diaspora. In diaspora, there will be 3 activities in Washington, D.C. on that day, which is first, the launching of our Biafran embassy in Washington, D.C., remembrance of our heroes and heroines that lost their lives to restore Biafra, and a peace summit. This peace summit is going to involve all different Biafrans, different groups, and I thank all those that have registered their presence for this summit. one. We are one. Do not let the enemies divide us anymore. That peace summit, a couple of memorandum of understanding is going to be signed between the United States of Biafra and different organizations that represent Biafra. Thank you so much for all those that have signed up. On the same note, in Homeland, we will have the laying of wreath by the United States of Biafra command militaries at different tombstones of Biafran heroes and heroines that lost their lives. So the commanders in a couple of states that we've chosen for this event, because we don't really have time for all the 40 states, but a couple of states will be participating in this activity to lay wreath on the tombs of our fallen heroes and heroines. I thank you so much, the commanders in Homeland, for what you are doing to make this event a memorable one. We will be so proud of you all. That is his plan, which we must carry out. I wanted to remind Biafrans that are coming for the Washington event again at this point that there will be no bags allowed into the event venue. Not a purse, nothing. The only thing that you'll be allowed to come into the venue is going to be your phone. We do not want to hurt anybody's feelings, or that your $1,000 or $2,000 Gucci bag goes into the trash, because once you drop it, somebody else is picking up and run with it. We don't want that to happen. Some of us that attended the United States President Donald Trump's inauguration, you witnessed what happened. No bag was allowed into the venue. We are a nation now, and we must maintain that standard as one of the best countries in the world. So keep your bags either in your hotel room or in the car or at your home. Please continue to remind everyone about this. We do not want to hurt you. We do not want any chaos. We do not want anybody feeling sad. Keep your belongings in your hotel room. There'll be portable areas to charge your phone. But no bag will be allowed into the event area, both locations, both embassy and at the hotel. The update of ID card, our ID card, we are still waiting for the company that is printing our ID card. Those of you that are on the second batch, please have a little bit more patience with us. It is not out yet. We are still waiting, so don't freak out or say that it's been a while. Exercise more patience for us. The second batch is ready, just some final touches internally from the administration, which we are working on. And then we also already have the third batch. A lot of people are already in the third batch. So the second batch printing, the third batch printing might be going on consecutively. So please exercise more patience for us. And thank you for what you're ready to wait. I wanted to let Biafrans know we had a very successful week where we launched our survival whistle, our first fundraising for our survival whistle on the Twitter space. It was a huge success. From there, I don't know if you have the number or how many survival whistle that was ordered on that day.
They ordered more than what we actually had that particular day. Okay. So it was a sold out.
Yeah, that was awesome. Because I believe on that day we were expecting at least around 50,000.
But we sold more than 50.
But we got more, so that's a huge success. Congratulations to all Biafrans for making this a huge success. For us to have Biafrans order over 50,000 survival whistle for their communities on our first ever fundraising survival whistle, that was huge. That means a lot of Biafrans are keen into what we are doing. And I thank you all so much for that. Also, during that period, there were a question and answer session. We have Biafrans ask questions and got clarifications on some of the concerns they may have. One major area that I want us to know is that the United States of Biafra, Brigi de facto, is one. Brigi has been collapsed into the United States of Biafra. The de facto has been collapsed into the United States of Biafra. There's nothing like any falling back. That was a criminal saying things like that. The United States of Biafra is the supreme. It's just like when you have a maiden name like Diane from Diana Okeke. You got married and then you are from Diana Ibe. So from Diane Ibe is where you go with, but everything, your certificates, everything you've acquired in the process from your primary to secondary to college, with that your original name maintains under from Diane Ibe. So nobody has fallen back to any trash that these criminals are parading to any Biafrans. There is only one United States of Biafra government at this time. Any other thing is fraudulent, not approved by the Prime Minister. I want every Biafran to be fully conscious and aware of that. Everything must be approved by this government. Must, underlined. There's no order. Any other person reading themselves as anything is not approved by our Prime Minister. It's fraudulent. Those are the criminal elements established and planted by the Nigerian government, by the Southeast and South governors to disrupt the full restoration and defense of the United States of Biafra. And we will never allow them with that criminality to exist anywhere we see them. They are not authorized to do what they're doing. There is only one United States of Biafra government. And under this government falls every other thing that our Prime Minister, us, all of us have worked for. Starting from the autopilot, starting from the IPOB of our leader, Oyende Nnamdi Kanu, that was collapsed into autopilot by the Prime Minister because our Prime Minister observed, and we all noticed the criminals that surrounded our leader Nnamdi Kanu that started working with the Nigerian state and the Nigerian government. The ESN that was established by Onyendu, the criminal DOS, they sold them to the delegitimized Southeast and South governors just to disrupt the restoration of Biafra. That was how our Prime Minister moved everything into autopilot. And then from autopilot, we moved into Brigi. And then from Brigi, we moved into the United States of Biafra. It is a continuum. It is a continuum. Anybody that falls out from this line, it's not in line with the template laid by our Onyendu and our Prime Minister Simon Eba. That thing does not exist. Anything de facto, anything Brigi, anything United States of Biafra must be approved by this current cabinet of the United States of Biafra government. Any other thing outside that does not exist. They are fraudulent. They are the tools being used by Tinubu and Christopher Musa to disrupt what we are doing. I will never allow them. I want to tell Biafrans, our next week fundraising is cancelled. Fundi, I know, yes. We're not going to have any fundraising next week, Saturday, because it is our Memorial Day weekend. A lot of Biafrans are going to be very, very busy, both at home and abroad. And we want to make sure we have a successful event. And we want to rest after that Friday event, which is on the May 30th. So on Saturday, every Biafran is going to rest. On Sunday, every Biafran is going to rest. And we will start our activities on the Monday of that, of the upper week. Next week, Saturday fundraising is cancelled by the government. We already have the Zoom link for the DC event because we have a couple of international speakers that will be joining us to speak on that day during the event. They will not be physically present in Washington, DC, but they will be calling in through the Zoom to speak to us. And we are very, very happy to have them during the event. We also have noted that heads of missions that are cabinet members are not mandated to pay the $300 monthly payment as long as they contribute in their country's fundraisings. Yeah, that has been a concern for some. head of missions in different countries in the world for the United States of Biafra government, those who are also cabinet members. So since they are already contributing in their missions in their countries, we want to ensure that they continue to do that which they know best, and they will not be held responsible for the $300 monthly for the cabinet fundraising. I want all Biafrans to be aware, just as the Prime Minister fought the DOS criminals, the cabals that sold the ESN to the Southeast governors, the DOS that kept fighting our Prime Minister, the DOS that pretended to be running Radio Biafra. Meanwhile, it was the Nigerian state, the DSS, that hijacked everything and used that avenue to disseminate false information against our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, against Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, and against the United States of Biafra, against Brigade. I want Biafrans to know that they exist at this time. It is your responsibility to fish them out wherever they are and give them the Woto Pro Max treatment. Most of you that followed Onyendu, that followed our Prime Minister, you don't need anyone to tell you. When you confront those criminals, give them that same Pro Max treatment. They exist now, and I'm very, very happy Biafrans are taking care of them right now. It makes our job very, very easy, so we don't have to go through those battles. And I thank you all Biafrans for recognizing these criminals and treating them as such. That is what they are, paid by the Nigerian state to disrupt what we are doing. You all must know that the Nigerian state will always plant their criminals inside the restoration of Biafra. They will always do that. They did that in IPOB. They did that around our leader, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. That is how they ended up being the DOS. And that is how they ended up being the partners that the Nigerian criminal state and the Southeast and South governors work collaboratively with. That is why the Nigerian state become the publishers of information from criminal elements like Emma Powerful, Benjamin Madubugo, all these criminals that pretended to walk around Nnamdi Kanu. But it happened in our eye that these people were agents of the Nigerian state inside Biafra restoration. So we have them now as ex-Brigade cabinet members, agents of Nigerian government, pretending to fight for the restoration of Biafra. So fish them out and give them the water treatment immediately. So Biafra, these are all the few updates I have for us. And again, I thank you all so much. One other thing, our United States of Biafra Constitution, the hard copies, and the declaration document, the hard copies, and the online copies from Amazon is going to be flooded maybe in the next 24 to 48 hours. So be on the lookout for that. So those of you that want to order for our United States of Biafra Constitution and declaration document, it's very important to have those two documents. Just be on the lookout. We will post the links for that, to order for that, and for that to be mailed to your homes. And then those that want to order online through Amazon, it will soon be out. Hopefully in the next 48 to 72 hours, we are going to post it. It's going to be on my Twitter space once they finalize the payment modules for those items. I think that's it from me. We can go ahead and flag this fundraising open. Again, like we said, this fundraising, we just want to do it fast, as quickly as possible, because many of us have to do last minute shoppings, running of errands to get ready for next Friday. Thank you so much, family.
Thank you, Her Excellency. Thank you for that. Wonderful.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think? Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section what to think about this video, right? I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much. God bless you.